Hey everybody, it's Ryan, and I got the President Mckinley 2 FCC. This is their new AM FM sideband radio. I'd been previously looking for a radio to put in my everyday vehicle, and the only way to get this combination was to get a 10-meter radio and have it converted. I didn't really want to mess with that. So here we got it unboxed. You got their big Ssb President sticker, your manual, and the radio. Nicely packaged. So here we have the new President Mckinley. You have your volume squelch, your microphone, your weather, mic gain, memory RF gain, noise blanker, emergency, scan, etc. On the back you have your antenna jack, your power, your external speaker, PA speaker, and Vox mic. And then here we have their microphone, about like any other President microphone. It does have the up down, power cable, bracket, hardware, microphone hanger. So let's go ahead and get this thing set up. Okay, so we got the radio powered up here, and the antenna I'm using is just my dipole for my amateur radio. I don't currently have a vertical set up at the house, but again, this will be going in a vehicle. So here, powered on, it's automatically comes on channel 19 with the orange background, and we are in AM mode. This here is a multi-function button. So if we hold it, there we go to our screen color. So it's currently on the orange. If you want to change the color, quick press, you got orange, green, blue, cyan I think it is, yellow, purple, clear, back to orange. I'll just leave it on orange. Select. Next you have your dimmer, factory set at 5, have it completely off, or set to 9. For this, so you guys can see, I'll do about a 7. Contrast, same thing, 0 to 9. Key beep, turn it on off, we'll turn it off. Roger beep, we can turn that on. So at the end of your key up, it'll do the Roger beep. Mic type, have your electric, dynamic, just leave it alone. SWR function. So this function, I'll look into it, but what I've heard, and then if you wait too long it'll go back out, is if you're setting this up in, say, a mobile, and you go into the menu on SWR, then as you're tuning the antenna, you will have beeps set up so that as the beeps get quicker until they hit a solid tone, once you hit a solid tone, that means your SWR is acceptable and low, which is a great feature. We'll test to see how accurate it is. in my mobile install. because I know with my dipole here, the SWR probably be pretty high. But we'll try that in a later video. So we'll go back to the menu. We have tone, emergency channels, PA set, reset. So the emergency channels, you can set these however you want. So I know this radio also has the function to be able to what they call dual scan, to where you can monitor, say, 19, and then like the local channels around me here are channel 1. A lot of guys use it, so I can have this scan back and forth only between those two. So we'll go ahead and go through the button functions here. Okay, so we'll go through the front buttons here.
Are the other ones smaller? Yeah, the other one's a little bit smaller than this one. Yeah, this one is like a match to the old 148. The looks and everything, except for the band control.
So they're on 38 lower sideband. You hit mode and go back to AM. So quick press goes between AM, FM, upper sideband, lower sideband. So go ahead and turn that down. If you press and hold, it goes into AM and PA. Long press again, AM. Then the next one we have here is your scan. So there we're in scan. And the scan is pretty quick on it. So there's your scan. Then you have your noise blanker. There's noise blanker. High cut.
Good to hear you. Thank you for that beautiful Golden Towers Trailer Park. Fantastic. They leave the light on, you know. 490 North. Roger. Bye. What happened? Is 490 still there? Yeah, go ahead, Mike.
So as you can tell, it really cuts down on the noise there. You have your RF gain, your memory, then we have
around 80.
weather.
North winds 5 to 10 miles an hour. This hazardous weather outlook is for southern Illinois, southwest Indiana, western Kentucky, and southeast
Which is
Missouri.
another nice feature.
Day 1, today and tonight. No hazardous weather is expected at this time. Days 2 through 7. Time.
Yeah, it's the any tone
Well, looks like the disc is cleaned up a little bit and cleaned up the band.
Oh, John, I'll tell you what. Alright, my mobile photos will still resume.
You have your fine and coarse tuning. So if they're a little bit off, you can tune there. So we'll go ahead and go into some more of the functions here on the lower buttons. So here's how you do skip scan. I got it on scan. We'll see if it stops. So say 35, I don't want to hear it. So if you want to do skip scan, say if I'm on AM and you hear a station you don't want, press and hold. There you've seen, skipped 18. So that's how you do skip scan. So if you going down the road and say like Super Bowl channel 6, you don't want to listen to it, you just hit the button whenever you're in scan and it will skip it so you don't have to listen to it. So here's your SWR meter. Quick press. Of course, on my dipole, it's going to be high because the dipole is not meant for CB. But there's the beep you hear, and as that beep gets faster and faster until it's a solid tone means it's good. So I mean, volume gets louder. So I mean, you could be outside your vehicle, listen to that instead of having to run back and forth. So we'll shut that off. So that's a really nice feature, really handy. It'll come in setting up mobile. So there's your SWR. So now we'll check the power output of this radio, because I know everybody's going to ask what the power output is. Now this is just a stock radio, not peak tune, nothing like that. So we'll check it out and see how she tests. So some of you that may not know about the AM FM, you may think, well, what's the big difference between AM FM? Well, here we will do a audio test between AM. This is the President McKinley 2 FCC on AM. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So now we will go to FM. And this is the President McKinley 2 FCC on FM. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you can tell a difference. Out in the open elements, you'll be able to notice it better. I'm just using my President handheld CB for that test. But overall, FM sounds a lot better, in my opinion. So now we will go on and test the power output. Okay, so now we got my digital SWR watt meter. So we are on, we'll go the middle of the band here, 20. So the meter's at 0. We'll go ahead and key up on AM, 3.88. We'll see if we'll go to the lower, see if it changes any. It shouldn't. 369 upper. Now we'll go to FM. 3.664. .77, so roughly 4 watts. We'll go the lower sideband. See a little over 5 watts there at the peak. Lower sideband. A little over 7 watts on the sideband also. So basically about average as far as CBs go. And so as far as the SWR thing goes, since I got it hooked up to a dummy load now, my SWR should be about a 1. So we'll see if the noise on the SWR meter changes any. So there you see it's a solid tone instead of the beeping that I was talking about. So once you hit that tone, you know your antenna's good. So this is pretty accurate with this meter. So thanks everybody for watching on the review of the President Mckinley 2 FCC AM FM sideband CB. I'm glad that they finally come out with this. I do have some of the AM FM CBs that they come out with earlier this year. I've been really happy with them. I also have the handheld version I will be doing a review on also. So thanks everybody. 73s.